it was developed over time. I think a lot of it was genetic to be able to do that. And I think a lot of it was the confidence that I had going forward, being through so much with my back, doing the lifting for so long, having my records broken. I think that there's a lot of different aspects there that allowed me to be able to squat that much weight.
Brian Carroll, it is my pleasure to be with you, and you just reminded me the other day that it was 10 years ago, almost to the day, that I got a phone call from a young fellow in Florida asking for a little bit of help with his back. And over those 10 years, you started out as first a patient, we'll say. Then I got to know you as a world record holder athlete. Not that you didn't already have one, but you came back and reestablished that in spades. Then as a friend, and now as a clinical colleague. So this is fabulous to be here in, I don't know what you call this. Is this your training center, or is this your clinic, or is it all of the above?
It's my training center slash clinic, I think is an appropriate way to put that. Less powerlifting centric now, much less these days.
It doesn't look like it.
True.
In any case, I've got 4 questions that people often ask me, and I think this will formalize a little bit of some things that will really help. So I want to go back now. I've got 4 questions to guide us through this, and what people ask me a lot about is that world record performance. You squatted 1,306 pounds. Do you know how much that is in kilos? Because not everyone is American in pounds. So in kilo, do you know how much that is?
592.5 kilos.
594 is what my cell phone says.
Then I will go with the cell phone.
In any case, here's my perspective on this, having worked with athletes who have an ability to create tremendous power, tremendous speed, and tremendous strength. So, for the audience, movement, and particularly strength, starts as a thought, and then you are able to transform that thought into a pulse train, a series of electrical pulses that travel down the nerves, tell the muscles to activate, and then you create strength. To have a world record means that you have a off-the-chart ability to transform that thought of strength, to bypass all the fuse boxes that are in your neurology that say don't destroy this body, and then create something in that transformation that no other human has been able to do. So when I'm in the room and you can do those kinds of things, hi sweetie, it's all right. Yeah.
Hey, just hang out right here for a minute.
It's Riley, yep.
Yeah, can you sit right there and be quiet?
Okay, going back to that transformation that very few people have the ability to pull off. Did you develop it? Were you born with it? Do you enhance it? Where did it come from?
I think definitely, see, it's one of the big reasons right there that I've had to change my thinking in the last couple of years, because I would override every single thing that would be telling me not to do something. Because now that I have 2 daughters, I have a little bit more apprehension, or a lot more apprehension to be honest with you. Going back to a podcast I did with Dave Tate in 2020, I said to him, I'm afraid that once I have my little girls, once they come, that was a month before they were born, I'm not going to want to lift anymore because I know the possible repercussions and the things that I know that are basically non-negotiable when you make a deal with the devil playing powerlifting, or playing the game of powerlifting. Eventually, the devil's going to get his due, and so I knew that the time was near. So I tell you that because before, I didn't give a shit I didn't give a care what happened to me. All that I was thinking about when I was going to the bar was not embarrassing myself and coming up with that weight. Every ounce of my energy was thinking about what I was to do. If something happened, what I would do to overcome that. A bad lift off out of the rack. Maybe I get unstable for some reason because of the platform. What am I going to do if that happens? Every ounce of my being was going into that lift when I would walk up there. And I realized the last time that I took a weight on the platform, which was the 1306 in October 4th of 2020, I realized that was the last time that I ever wanted to be completely okay with whatever happened. So I knew there was a good chance. You know, there's a limit to what a human can lift, whether they're wearing a squat suit, a belt, and wraps, and all those different things. What is the limit? I don't know what the ultimate limit is, but I knew that I was approaching it. And of course, there's a lot of things in my head that were telling me, can you even lift this weight? Is it possible for a human to lift this much weight without their knees blowing apart, their back blowing apart, you know, whatever it may be? So I hope you're enjoying this video. I want to talk to you really quick about our CBD line. PowerX Strength CBD is 100% THC free, made with MCT oil and CBD isolate extracted from hemp. We have sublingual drops that taste good, made with MCT oil, not cheap hemp oil that upsets your stomach. These bombs, these drops, and these products are 100% THC free. You will not fail a drug test, and we have testing on the website. Our bombs you want to use 2 to 3 times a day in a localized area to reduce pain and inflammation. This stuff works wonders for tight muscles and joints. Then lastly, we have a product called CryoFreeze, which is similar to a BioFreeze. It has 1,000 milligrams of CBD isolate mixed with a nice cooling formula that will help you reduce pain and inflammation. So thank you so much for the support. The link's below. Use the special discount code, and I'll see you soon. Back to the video. So I made a deal with myself as I was getting ready for that last lift, and as I approached it, and I actually told God this. I said, get me through this last lift and I'll be done, because I always approached it like it was life or death. And I was okay with whatever the outcome was. If it was an injury or whatever it was, I put all the cards, you know, I put everything in the pot, and I was okay with whatever happened. So that's a little bit of a roundabout way of answering. It was developed through times of failure in lifting and choking or just not executing. And I have a really good memory, so I would use things to motivate myself when I get under the bar, past failures, things that I'm dealing with mentally, to harness all of that and create so much tension and stiffness and almost anger to do what I needed to do and be able to let that go. So I think I've always been an aggressive person. So I think that some of that was genetic, being able to summon all my strength at one time, just digging down and just turning it on, and then also know how to turn it off in between repetitions. A lot of it was the people that I watched as I was a young power lifter. I would watch them lift. How do they approach it? Well, different people approach it in different ways. Some people get really amped up. Some people are really like a tornado inside a storm, you know, and they go and unleash it on the bar. I found that it took me time to realize how I wanted to approach the bar and what I needed to do for myself, not what person A did or person B did. And it took time. So I think it was developed over time. I think a lot of it was genetic to be able to do that. And I think a lot of it was the confidence that I had going forward, being through so much with my back, doing the lifting for so long, having my records broken. I think that there's a lot of different aspects there that allowed me to be able to squat that much weight.
Thank you so much for watching today. Please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day.